any tax increase that we have, I think, needs to be voted on by the voters. Because, as I said, I've knocked on 3,000 doors, and people are saying they just really don't have the money to pay more taxes. So I think that the current 1098 bill obviously had a lot of support. Over 300,000 signatures were gathered, and that is a first step in helping with the budget deficit. And if that passes by the people, that will bring $1 billion into our coffers, which will be really helpful.
I think tax increases should be the last choice, not the first choice. So it's not my preferred path. I think that we can do other things first to help get the budget back on track. The first thing is if we grow the economy, if we get people back to work, that's going to increase spending, that's going to increase revenue to the state. So that's the first thing I would do. The second thing I would do is to work on government efficiencies. And there are steps being made in this area, like with the state consolidated IT services, and that's a great step. It actually costs a little bit of money up front, but in terms of an ongoing basis, it's going to save money, so we need to look at efficiencies. And then, yeah, I mean, I think the legislature is going to need to use all of the tools in their toolbox, and one of those tools may be raising revenue. So I wouldn't say that that's off the table, but I certainly wouldn't make it the first choice.
There's only one tax increase that I would support, and that would be there is a current bill in the House proposed by a Democratic member that is to legalize pot, and she wants to tax it and get that revenue. I think if we did that, I could support that. We would get the revenue from that. I want to dedicate it in 4 specific areas, but once we do that, we could finance some high-dollar projects, and then the money that's currently going to those projects could be dispersed where we have shortfalls now.
There's a horrible problem coming. Yeah, but it's got to come with some review of what we're spending money on to make sure that we're not wasting. The public has to be assured before we can go out and actually ask for more or new or increased taxes. I just want to make sure there's a thorough review and a fair review before I'm going to put my name to any kind of an increase, and I don't know what it would even be at this point. Right now, as you know, the voters may have an option, or do have an option, for some form of income tax over $500,000 income. That may have to go through not only the voters, but eventually a test to the courts. But if it's sustained, that's a pretty good chunk of change potentially, and that might fill the gap.